Hi everyone, welcome to online session of Ravindra Bharati Educational Group. Well, this is Don Bosco, music teacher of Ravindra Bharati Educational Group. This video is simply about learning where the notes are on the keyboard or piano. If you are a fresh beginner or you are not sure about where the notes are on the key, you will be at the end of the video. So let's get started. The first thing I want to say is I strongly suggest that you do not use visual aids on the key themselves to indicate which note is which. Publishers sell inserts that fit behind the keys. They sell stickers to put on the keys. People write note names with the Sharpies. They use masking tape and write on it. This is a horrible idea and it will keep you from learning the notes on the keyboard. You don't need these visual aids anyway. It's just too easy to learn them and you are going to learn them today and you will never have to use anything like that for the rest of your life when you once and for all learn your keyboard notes. You probably already know that the notes in Western music are named after the first 7 letters of the alphabet: A, B, C, D, E, F and G. Forgive me if this may seem too simplistic, but I don't want to just assume. You know this because not everyone does. So please bear with me if you already do this. We are going to learn the keyboard notes name today by using 2 reference points. But first I'm going to cover the pattern of the keyboard. Keyboards come in all sizes from the standard of 88 notes piano to 61 key keyboards. There is 49, 76 keys to small 25 keys controller keyboard to organ that have 2 keyboards. The one thing they have in common is that they all have the same pattern. They have this layout of white keys and offset from the white keys is of black keys instead of 2 and 3. So you have the 7 different white notes and 5 different black notes. That makes a total of 12 different notes on the keyboard. That's it. You can choose any note to start on, and if you count consecutively 12 notes up and down the keyboard, you will start over after counting 12. Some beginning piano students hate black keys because they think that it makes it more difficult. But just imagine that if it were not for the black keys, you wouldn't even know where you were on the keyboard because the black keys are essentially reference points that tell you where you are. The first reference point we are going to use is the pattern of 2 black keys. Find a group of 2 black keys and look to the immediate left of them. The note to the immediate left is the note of C. As a matter of fact, when you are sitting at the piano correctly, your body is the center of the middle. C. Now I should mention by now that your right is up the keyboard and your the left is down the keyboard. This is what I want to do. Find every set of 2 black keys and look to the immediate left of them. Like I just said, that is the note of the C and it's a white key. Find all your C's on your keyboard. Play each one of them and count how many you have. When you are learning the keyboard notes, C is the starting point. Next, find the pattern of 3 black keys on the keyboard. The note to the immediate left of those is the note of F. Just like C, it's on the white key. Find all your F on the keyboard. Play each one of those and count how many you have. Without even touching the keyboard, spot every C and the spot every F. It's easy, right? You can spot them just by looking because you are using 2 different patterns of black notes as a reference point. Get real familiar with C and F and you are ready to move on. Once you have that under your belt, all you need to do is to familiarize yourself with the other 5 letters note name that are left and all of the sharps and flats which are covered in just a moment. Just like the alphabet, D and E is the between C and F, so that a really simple way to identify those two notes. Next, look between F and C. The next white note up from F is obviously G. Since you can't go any further in the alphabet beyond G, what do you think the next note is? That's right, it's A, and then B is the very next white note, and the next white note you are back on C. All this really boils down to is just identify C and F and just filling in the gap to identify the rest of the note. It may seem tedious at first, but once you spend some time with the keyboard, you won't even give it a second thought and you will be able to find any note without any effort. Moving along, let us discuss sharp and flats. You know those black keys on the keyboard. Black keys are the sharp and flat, and they are referred to in music as enharmonic notes. Don't let that scare you. It just means that have two different names. For example, if you have to play D flat, you will just play the very next note to the left of D, which is obviously D flat. If you have to play D sharp, you play the very next note to the right of D, which is, you guess it, D sharp. Every note on the keyboard can be sharp or flatted. When you flat a note, you play the one to the very left of it, and when you sharp a note, you play the one to the very right of it. If you are wondering how you can sharp or flat a note that doesn't have a black key next to it, you are the one step ahead of me, because that is what I was going to cover the next. Keys that are in position are not left out. If you have to sharp, for example, an E, you simply move to the very next key to the right and you will land on the white notes that we commonly know as F. It's not as common to have to use white keys as enharmonics, but it is something I thought you should know. So this is the subject for another video, so we won't go any further than that for now. But now you should have a pretty good grasp of your keyboard notes, and with that I want to close this session. Thank you for stopping by, and I will see you there.